Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome. This is a quick live, as you saw in the title. It's going to be a quick live. Um, it's a quick check in, you know what I'm saying? That's all it is. It's going to be a quick check in. Quick check in. Welcome, everybody. How y'all doing, man? How's everybody doing? Welcome to the live. This is going to be a quick live because I got somewhere to be in a short minute. And I just wanted to kind of talk about this fast I'm doing. And it's very different than a lot of other fasts that I've done over the years for the past 3-4 years now. Um, so this is very, very different because I've never actually, well, I did have a kind of sort of a why in regards to, um, yeah, I'm doing it for my health. I'm cleansing, I'm fasting for my health. But in actuality, I now realize my why is way bigger this time around. It's so I can allow more light within me, so I can get closer to God, so I can see more clearly, um, and kind of what myself and Luna have been calling in for quite some time now is becoming a clearer channel. So with that being said, I'm clearing out so that I can make more room for God, for the light of God to come in within me and use my vessel for good, for the good of um, myself and all of humanity and the planet, you know. And so I know that this week is going to be extremely powerful and potent, and it's going to be a massive shift. Again, it's day one. I started and I'm gonna do daily vlogs, y'all. I already recorded something this morning. Um, I want to do daily vlogs. It's probably not going to be posted this week, as I'm going to edit the stuff and everything else. But and I want to put a bunch of videos together. But I've never really done a daily vlog on this, like a diary, so to speak. But I started around 3 p.m. yesterday on Sunday the 26th. That was my last meal around 2 or 3 p.m. Eastern. So, I venture to say we're like a day, we're like more than a half a day in. And I'm doing pretty good. I got energy. I feel invigorated. I'm feeling everything. One thing that food does is definitely distracts you from feelings and emotions and sensations and different things of that sort. I can definitely attest to that. You get much more. Yeah, there's definitely no distraction. Because your body is like digesting and spending all the time digesting, and it takes you away from hearing more clearly. And I've talked about this before, that I've noticed when I do breath work, and also one of my teachers as well uh, talks about this a lot, as to when he does like 5 or 6 day fasts, he notices that the breath work is much more powerful. Um, so there's a lot of positive benefits to it. Again, it's not for everybody, and you know, as I'm learning, and I realize that there's many things you can fast from. I didn't realize it, but I realize it now after sitting with it, and you can fast from pretty much social media. You can fast from pornography. You can fast from different relationships. You can fast from television, Uh, I mean, the list goes on and on. It doesn't necessarily have to be food, but that's the common thing that most people talk about. They don't talk about, yeah, well, you could dopamine fast from, social media. I've done it. I've done pretty much every kind of fast you can do, fast from different people, fast from, um, like I said, social media. I did that for like a couple years. I deleted all my accounts and I fasted. It was the best thing I ever did. It's gotten me to the point where this is the reason that we do this, for freedom, for finding freedom, because a lot of these different things are addictions, and they're not only addictions, but they have a hold on us. Whereas when you fast from them, like food or sugar or different types of food, you're breaking free from that hold that uh, thing may have had on you. Um, and that's really, I feel, the biggest thing that has happened for me just from fasting from food. And I've done it for like 3, 4 years now. It was very challenging 3, 4 years ago. I will not lie. Very, very difficult. All I thought about was food. And I was going through detoxing and, um, what's the word? Um, I realized that like I was living to eat instead of eating to live. And I realized that food was like I was living for food. I wanted to travel the world and try every kind of food you can think of from gourmet chefs, and it was just like food. I like, I don't know, it was orgasmic to me. Let me use that. I mean, let me just say that. It was like I'd eat a piece of chocolate and my eyes would roll behind my head. And yeah, it took me gaining a lot of weight to then realize, like, oh my God, I don't like this version of myself anymore. And it took people telling me, like, maybe you should, think about, um, going to the gym or something like that. And I took it in a, I was very defensive to it, let's just say. Um, I took offense to it when people would say those things to me. And finally, it just got, the message just kept coming, and I finally realized, yeah, I got to get to the gym. I gotta, and then having that still wasn't the catalyst for me. The catalyst was a health challenge. I found out it was like Lyme and mold, and maybe I potentially had a thing called, what the heck was it? Um, it's a form of yeast, something with yeast. I can't remember now. Candida. And when supposedly people tell you you have something like that, which I don't necessarily believe, um, you end up having to literally, um, basically, you pretty much don't eat anything really, because everything kind of um, affects it. So I literally had to cut everything out, all the things that I loved, sugar, carbs, everything that I loved. And I did that for quite some time. I even cut out, that's when I cut out meat. And I did it for quite some time, and like well over a year. And I had to change everything and be even more disciplined when I was around other people that were just eating anything they wanted. And it frustrated me, and I got angry and upset in many different ways. Um, and I was disciplined, and I was strict, and I didn't play around with what I was eating and how I was eating it. So that was kind of the start, which was before 2020, I would say. Yeah, it was definitely, it was around 2017, 2018. Um, I didn't cut out meat till probably like 2020. And then I really started fasting like 21 or 2020, somewhere around there. Um, Come to find out that, I wasn't only fasting from food. I was fasting from, like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I was fasting from pornography. I was fasting from no-fap. I was fasting from sugars, and I was fasting from social media. And before long, I realized that those things all had a hold on me, and they were controlling me. They were controlling my every move. And it wasn't until, like I said, I started fasting from different things, and then the food started kicking in, and I started intermittently fasting and slowly, you know, slowly kind of integrating, like, oh, okay, I'll do a few hours. Okay, I'll do half a day. Okay, I'll do a whole day. Okay, I'll do a one full day, 2 full days. And then doing that once a month or so, or twice a month, and then um, continuing on with like intermittent fasting. We don't realize how a lot of these things that are here, even material things, fasting from shopping. I mean, there's so many things you can fast from, um, that really literally control us, and we don't even realize that they are. And people use the word addiction, which I don't really like necessarily. I wouldn't really call it that. I would more so call it something of, okay, this thing that I love is controlling me. I love fast food. I don't really love fast food, but I'm just using it as an example. Someone that loves fast food, and they can't stop eating it, and it's controlling their life. Um, and I know a lot of people struggle with, no-fap and pornography and controlling their life. And that's something that I've gone through and been through, and I'm going to teach a lot around that topic, going forward. You're going to see a lot more videos as well. Um, but I just wanted to quickly come on here and tell you guys I'm doing great. I feel very energized. I just feel like I'm shedding aspects of myself all over again, um, as we move out of October and into November. And I'm just letting go of the things that no longer serve me even more. And I'm getting closer to God and getting closer to Jesus and getting closer to my guides and angels and my higher self by clearing my vessel even more so that I can receive more light, and I can get and receive the information and guidance even more clearly from God, which is something I've been calling in for a very long time, and it's gotten a lot better, and my connection's gotten much stronger. And I've sat with God for the past several months, and if not longer, and I've made it a practice every single day to do, and I do it multiple times a day. Um, and that's why a lot of religions, man, they do it. I forget what religion I spoke with this. I think it's like the Muslim religion where um, they literally do like 30 days of fasting, if I'm not mistaken. Quote me if I'm wrong in the comments, or, you know, um, I don't want to be misquoting, but I met somebody um, that did that, and I forget what they call it. And I also knew somebody that did website designing for me, and they lived in Bangladesh, and they did 30 days once a year. They fasted for 30 days. Um, so it is extremely powerful, and a lot of people are doing it, have been doing it. And, I just want to bring my experiences forward to you all, and share what I go through and what I do. Um, yeah, that's what it is. Yes, Matthew, exactly. Ramadan. Yeah, yeah. I had a friend and welcome, Matthew. I'm not going to be on too much longer. I just wanted to get on for a quick live and talk about the fast I started yesterday, um, and how it continuously changes my life every time I do it, um, and how important I think it is in our lives, to literally break free of the holds that a lot of these um, human things have on us. You know, Ramadan, yeah, I met a friend. He was like 24 years old, and I was going to the stretch zone. I don't know if anybody's heard of that place, but I would go there weekly and we'd have conversations. And I remember around the time, it was around this time of the year, I think they do it. And I also had a friend that was a web designer, and he did Ramadan, and he did 30 days. And I think they fast all day, and then they eat a meal at night, and that's it. I think. I think that's what I remember him telling me. Again, if I'm wrong, I apologize. I don't fully remember, but I do remember it goes on for like 30 days. Um, and that takes a lot of discipline and willpower and mental strength. And we have infiltrations going on, you know, we have things in our bodies from, you know, just trauma that we've experienced that is essentially controlling us as well. And through fasting, you can eliminate that, which are, they call them parasites, so to speak. A lot of physicians don't really recognize that stuff. But let me tell you what, man, when you fast, you starve them. So, you know, and every time anything that you do becomes easier and easier the more you do it. And that's anything in life. You just got to kind of push past the initial. And once you do, but again, consult your doctor, consult who you need to consult, do what's best for you, listen to your body. Don't ever do something that you ignore your body and what your body's telling you. Um, that's something I want to emphasize because I'm not a doctor, and and that's something I will not ever do. Um, but with that being said, I have to get going. I have to get onto this call. Um, I love you all, man. I'll be talking with you soon. This was just a daily vlog I wanted to record and go live with. If you haven't already, man, tap that like button, subscribe to the channel, comment below the video if you've done any fasts in your life or on your journey. I'd love to hear about it in the comments of the video or any other video. I'll see you soon in the next live, in the next video, or somewhere around the world. Until then, let's go.